All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into AI tools, the ones you can find right inside your high-level platform.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got some awesome support documentation to guide us. You're going to want to stay tuned for this because AI, it's everywhere,
It
right?
really is. It's the big buzzword.
It is a huge buzzword.
Yeah.
So we're going to cut through the hype
Absolutely.
and figure out how these tools can actually work for you in your business. We're talking AI that can write content, handle customer reviews for you, even automate some really complex workflows.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable how quickly this technology is changing things for businesses of all sizes.
Exactly. So let's just set the stage here. Our source defines AI as simulating human intelligence in machines.
Yeah.
Okay, but like what does that actually mean, for you as a high-level user?
Right.
Well, it's all about automation, efficiency, and really just like taking your business to a whole new level.
Yeah. Think of all those tasks that you do every single day that, kind of feel repetitive or they take up a lot of time. AI can potentially take those off your plate
Yes.
and free you up to focus on, running the business, the bigger picture.
That's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
So how does this all work? Like, what's the magic here?
Right.
It all starts with prompts.
Mm-hmm.
So you give the AI, instructions, or
Yeah.
you give it content, and then based on that input, it generates a response. It's like having like a superpowered assistant
Yeah.
who can write and research, even like make decisions, based on the information that you feed it.
Yeah, and just like with a real assistant, the more specific and detailed your instructions are,
Right.
the better the results you're going to get. It's a tool, it's not magic.
Right.
It needs to be understood and it needs to be trained.
And our source has some really good pro tips on this too.
Mhm.
It emphasizes that AI is great for jumpstarting creativity and research.
Oh, for sure.
Think of it as like a brainstorming partner
Yeah.
that can help you come up with different ideas,
Yeah.
get some different perspectives,
Yeah.
and find information quickly.
Exactly.
And once you've trained the AI, you've tested it out, it can even run on autopilot.
Uh-huh.
So you can have AI handling customer responses,
Yeah.
completing those routine tasks that, maybe used to take up all your time.
Absolutely.
All right. So we've talked about like the basics of AI.
Okay.
But you might be thinking, well, this sounds great and all, but is this something I can actually use
Yeah.
in my business? And the answer is a resounding yes.
Yes.
And High Level has made it incredibly easy to integrate this into your workflows.
They really have. They've actually built several AI tools
Okay,
directly into the platform.
got it.
They're ready to use, and they can do some pretty incredible things.
So let's dive into High Level's AI toolbox
Okay.
and see what these tools can actually do.
Right.
First up, we have Content AI.
Content AI, yes.
As the name suggests, this is all about, generating different types of content from social media posts,
Right.
emails,
Yep.
to website copy,
Uh-huh.
even like blog articles,
It's like having a virtual content writer
Yeah.
at your fingertips.
available 24/7.
Absolutely, 24/7.
And it's not just about creating like brand new content. You can also use Content AI to repurpose existing content.
That's right.
So, take a blog post,
Yeah.
turn it into a series of social media posts,
Yes.
or like transform a webinar script into an email sequence.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's not just about creating something from scratch. You can really leverage your existing content.
And Content AI is available throughout High Level.
That's right.
So whether you're in the social planner,
Yeah.
you're in the email builder,
Yeah.
or even in the funnel and website builders.
Uh-huh. High Level has made it really easy to get access to this tool and
Yeah.
use it in a variety of contexts.
Next, we have Reviews AI.
Okay.
And this can be a game changer for businesses that rely on customer reviews.
For sure.
You know how important those online reviews are for building trust
Yeah.
and attracting new customers.
Yeah.
But managing them, it can be a real headache.
It can be. It's a very manual process.
Imagine, though, like never having to personally respond to a negative review again,
Right.
but still maintaining like a really amazing online presence.
Yeah. Reviews AI can help you do just that.
It can actually suggest responses to customer feedback
Okay.
or even automatically generate responses for you,
Right.
saving you time and effort
Absolutely.
while making sure that your online reputation is always like top notch.
Yeah, it takes the, it streamlines that whole process of reputation management, which,
Yeah.
as you said, can be a real time suck for business owners.
Then we have Conversation AI.
Okay.
So this is basically the brains behind automated chatbots.
Right.
Like how you can ask Siri or Alexa a question and get like a relevant answer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all powered by like natural language processing.
Uh-huh.
High levels chatbots use these same principles.
Right. So it's really about making sure that your customers are getting those instant answers.
Right.
Without you having to be there 24/7.
Exactly.
So these chatbots can handle common inquiries.
Yeah.
They can answer FAQs.
Uh-huh.
And they can even schedule appointments all automatically 24/7.
So it really is like having a virtual assistant
Yeah.
who never sleeps
Right.
and is always there, ready to help your customers.
Absolutely.
But just like any AI tool,
Yeah.
it needs to be trained properly
Yes.
to get those really good results.
For sure. And that's one thing that's really important to remember about AI. The more context you give it,
Right.
the better it's going to be at understanding and responding to customer requests.
Okay, so you might be thinking, well, what's the difference between conversation AI
Right.
and workflow AI?
Okay.
They both, involve automation,
Yeah.
but they have distinct purposes.
Right.
Conversation AI is great for handling like those common everyday interactions with customers.
Okay. Yeah.
Like answering questions, booking appointments.
Right.
Workflow AI, on the other hand, is where you can like unlock the real power of high level.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Think about those like tedious multi-step processes you do every day.
Yeah, yeah.
AI can potentially handle all of them.
Right.
So Workflow AI integrates ChatGPT right into High Level's Workflow Builder,
Okay.
which allows you to automate like those more complex tasks
Yeah.
and processes.
Uh-huh.
This might require a little bit more technical expertise to set up,
Right.
but the possibilities are really endless.
Yeah, with Workflow AI, you can literally automate everything.
Yeah.
From lead nurturing and content creation to social media management, even financial analysis.
Yep.
It really is a game changer for businesses that are looking to streamline their operations and just boost their efficiency overall.
And speaking of streamlining, let's not forget High Level also offers integrations with third-party AI tools
Oh, that's right.
through its developer marketplace.
Yes.
So if you need like even more specialized AI capabilities,
Yeah.
you can easily find them
Yep.
and integrate them into your high-level workflows.
Yeah, that's the beauty of a platform like High Level.
Right.
They're constantly innovating and they're expanding the possibilities for their users.
All right. So we've covered the basics of AI.
Okay.
We've explored High Level's AI toolbox.
Okay.
Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Cost. How much does it cost
Right.
to use these AI-powered tools?
That's a great question, and it's something that a lot of people are wondering about. Fortunately, High Level's AI tools are available on all of their plans,
Right.
and they're charged based on usage.
So you only pay for what you use.
Exactly.
Okay.
No hidden fees,
Okay.
no subscriptions.
Got it.
You have complete control over your spending.
Makes sense.
And for agencies on the $497 plan,
Uh-huh.
there's even an opportunity to rebill that AI usage to clients at a markup, creating a potential new revenue stream for your business.
So not only can you leverage AI to improve your own business, you can actually help your clients do the same
Exactly.
and profit in the process.
It's a win-win.
All right. So we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But before we kind of dive deeper into each of High Level's AI tools, let's just pause for a moment and reflect. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, for me, it's the sheer potential of these AI tools to transform the way businesses operate.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about automating tasks, boosting creativity, improving efficiency in so many areas.
Right.
And it's all accessible right within the High Level platform.
I totally agree. And what I find really compelling is that High Level has made these tools available on all plans charges based on usage. So it makes it really accessible for businesses of all sizes
It does.
to experiment with AI and see what it can do for them.
Yeah, it lowers that barrier to entry and allows people to, kind of dip their toes in the water
Right.
without having to make a huge financial commitment.
Yeah.
And our source really emphasizes the importance of experimentation and refinement
Oh, for sure.
when it comes to AI. It's not about finding like the perfect AI solution right out of the gate.
Right.
It's about trying things out,
Yeah.
seeing what works,
Yeah.
and constantly iterating
Absolutely.
to improve your results.
It's a journey. It's not a destination.
I love that.
And I think, we're still in the early stages of AI adoption.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much potential for growth.
Right.
There's so much potential for discovery. It's
Yeah.
not about being intimidated by AI.
Right.
It's about embracing the possibilities and seeing how it can empower us
Yeah.
to do more, better, and faster.
Okay, so with that in mind, let's shift gears and delve a little deeper
Okay.
into some of the specific AI features that High Level offers.
Okay.
Starting with Content AI. This tool seems like a total game changer for content creation.
Mhm. Especially for businesses that are struggling to, keep up with the demands of constantly creating fresh, engaging content.
You're absolutely right. Content AI can be such a valuable asset for businesses, helping them to create a wide variety of content, from social media posts, email marketing campaigns, to website copy, even blog articles.
Well, you give it some basic information.
Yeah.
Like your target audience, your brand voice, your key messages.
Right.
And it'll generate content
Yeah.
that aligns with your specific needs.
Yeah, and I think what's really cool about Content AI is that it's not just about, letting the AI run wild.
Yeah.
You can really control the level of detail.
Yeah.
You can control the customization.
Yeah.
You can provide, specific keywords,
Yeah.
phrases, even entire outlines to kind of guide the AI's writing.
Right. You're still steering the ship.
Exactly. You're making sure that content aligns with your overall marketing strategy.
All right. Now let's talk about how Content AI integrates
Okay.
seamlessly with other areas of the high-level platform.
Right.
Imagine you're using the social planner
Yeah.
to schedule your social media posts for the week.
Right.
Instead of having to come up with every post from scratch,
Yeah.
you can use Content AI to generate post ideas or even write entire posts for you.
That would be a huge time saver, especially if you're managing, multiple social media accounts.
Exactly.
And it's not just about saving time, it's also about ensuring that those posts are engaging and effective.
Yeah.
The AI can be trained on best practices for social media content, so it's more likely to generate posts that are actually going to get likes, shares, and comments.
And let's not forget about the email builder. Content AI can be a game changer for email marketing as well.
Sure.
Let's say you're creating an email sequence to nurture leads. You can use Content AI to generate subject lines, write the body copy,
Right.
even come up with calls to action.
It's like having an AI-powered email marketing assistant.
Right.
That can help you to write more compelling emails, segment your audience, and personalize your messaging.
Okay. Now, what about the funnel and website builders?
Right?
How does Content AI play a role there?
Well, think about all the different types of copy that you need for a website or a landing page.
Right.
Headlines, subheadings, body copy, calls to action.
Right.
All of that. Content AI can help you to generate all of that content quickly and easily.
Yeah.
You could essentially create an entire website or landing page
Wow.
with the help of AI.
That's incredible.
Of course, you'd want to, review and edit the content, make sure it's perfect.
Right.
But the AI can give you a really solid foundation to work with.
So Content AI really does seem like an indispensable tool
It is.
for anyone who creates content for their business.
It really is a game changer.
It is.
And it's just one example of how AI is revolutionizing the way we work.
All right, so let's move on to another fascinating AI tool in High Level's arsenal,
Okay.
Reviews AI.
Reviews AI.
And this one's all about managing your online reputation,
Absolutely.
which is more important than ever in today's digital world.
You can't underestimate it. Customer reviews can make or break a business.
Right.
They influence purchasing decisions.
Right.
They build trust. And they impact your overall online visibility.
Yeah.
So managing those reviews effectively is absolutely crucial.
But it can also be incredibly time-consuming
It can.
and overwhelming,
Yeah.
especially if you're dealing with a high volume of reviews
Right.
across multiple platforms.
Exactly. You've got Google, you've got Facebook, you've got Yelp, all these different places.
There's a lot to keep up with.
It is.
But that's where Reviews AI comes in.
Reviews AI.
It automates that whole process
Right.
of managing reviews, making it so much easier
Yeah.
to stay on top of things and respond to customer feedback in a timely manner.
It really does.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Okay.
How exactly does Reviews AI work?
Well, it all starts with monitoring your online reviews.
Okay.
Reviews AI can track reviews across multiple platforms,
Got it.
including, as I mentioned, Google My Business, Facebook, Yelp, all of them.
Okay.
And it gathers all of your reviews
Right.
in one central location.
So you don't have to manually check each platform individually.
You don't. You can just see everything right there in one place.
That's already a huge time saver.
Right.
What happens next?
All right. So once Reviews AI has gathered your reviews, it can then analyze them and identify key trends and sentiments.
Got it.
This allows you to get a much better understanding of what your customers are actually saying about your business, both the good and the bad.
That's really valuable insight. You can use that to identify like areas where you're excelling and areas where, you might need to improve.
Exactly. And that brings us to one of the most powerful features of Reviews AI. Its ability to actually suggest or even automatically generate responses to customer reviews.
So you don't have to spend hours crafting individual responses to every single review.
No, Reviews AI can do a lot of that work for you.
Oh, wow.
So it can analyze the sentiment of a review and then suggest an appropriate response based on predefined templates, or it can even generate a unique response that's tailored to that specific review.
So it's like having a virtual customer service rep working around the clock to manage your online reputation.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so Reviews AI can monitor reviews.
Yeah.
It can analyze sentiment.
Yes.
And it can suggest or generate responses. Are there any other features that we should know about?
Yeah, there are a couple of other really cool things that it can do. It can actually help you to prioritize reviews based on their importance.
Got it.
So, for example, it might flag negative reviews or reviews from influential customers so that you can address those first.
Makes sense.
This really helps you to focus your efforts where they matter most.
And it can also help you to track your progress over time.
Oh, for sure.
So you can see how your review ratings are trending, how quickly you're responding to reviews, how your customer sentiment is changing. So it's not just about reacting to reviews. It's about proactively managing your online reputation and making improvements based on that customer feedback.
And that's what makes Reviews AI such a valuable tool.
Yeah.
It's not just about putting out fires.
Right.
It's about building a really strong, positive online presence that will help you to attract new customers and foster loyalty among your existing customers.
Okay, so it sounds like Reviews AI can be a real game changer.
It is.
For businesses that are serious about managing their online reputation.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've covered Content AI.
Okay.
We've covered Reviews AI.
Yep.
Let's move on to another exciting AI-powered tool in high level.
All right.
Conversation AI.
Conversation AI.
And this is the technology that powers those clever chatbots that we're seeing more and more of these days.
Oh, yeah. Chatbots are everywhere now.
They are.
And they're getting so much more sophisticated.
Right.
And they're really playing a much bigger role in customer service and marketing these days.
Right. And Conversation AI is like the brains behind these bots, giving them the ability to understand and respond to human language in such a natural way.
Yeah, it's a fascinating technology that's really rapidly evolving.
So let's dive in.
Okay.
How does Conversation AI actually work?
Sure.
What's going on behind the scenes when we're chatting with a bot?
Well, at its core, Conversation AI is about natural language processing, or NLP for short.
Okay.
This is a branch of artificial intelligence that focuses on teaching computers to understand and process human language. It's about bridging that gap between how we communicate as humans and how computers think.
And it's a complex challenge.
It is.
Because human language is full of nuances, ambiguities, variations. I mean, think about all the different ways we can say the same thing.
Exactly.
For all the slang and idioms that we use.
Yeah.
It's no wonder it's taken so long for computers to catch up.
It really is.
But thanks to advances in machine learning, deep learning, NLP has made incredible strides.
It has.
In recent years. So how does this translate into chatbots that can actually hold conversations with humans?
Well, a chatbot powered by Conversation AI is typically trained on a massive data set of text and code.
Got it.
So this data set might include things like, customer service transcripts, FAQs, product descriptions, even social media conversations.
Wow.
So the chatbot is essentially learning from all of this data.
Absorbing information about language, about context, about intent.
Got it.
And the more data it's trained on, the better it becomes at understanding and responding to those human queries.
So let's say I'm like interacting with a chatbot
Right.
on a website.
Yeah.
What's happening behind the scenes?
All right. So when you type in a question or a command,
Uh,
the chatbot's NLP engine analyzes your input,
Okay.
tries to understand your intent,
Got it.
and then searches its knowledge base
Right.
for the most relevant information.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a super-powered search engine
Yep.
that can understand natural language.
Yeah.
But it's even more sophisticated than that because it can also take into account
Okay.
the context of the conversation.
What do you mean by context?
Well, for example, let's say you ask a chatbot about pricing.
Okay.
It might need more information to give you a relevant answer.
Right.
It might ask you what product or service you're interested in.
Or it might even look at your past interactions
Right.
to see if you've expressed interest in a particular item. So it's not just about matching keywords.
Right.
It's about really understanding the bigger picture
Yeah.
and providing a personalized response.
And that's what makes conversation AI so powerful. It can provide like a more human-like interaction,
Exactly.
which can improve customer satisfaction
Right.
and even drive sales.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some of the specific ways that businesses are using conversation AI.
Okay.
We've mentioned, customer service and marketing.
Right.
But are there any other applications?
Oh, absolutely. Conversation AI is being used in such a wide range of industries, from healthcare to finance to education.
For example.
Well, in healthcare, chatbots are being used to answer patient questions,
Okay.
to schedule appointments, even provide basic medical advice.
Wow.
In finance,
Yeah.
they're being used to help customers with banking transactions, track investments, get personalized financial advice. And in education, they're being used to, provide tutoring, answer student questions, even grade assignments.
That's amazing.
It really is amazing to see how versatile this technology is.
It really is. And as conversation AI continues to evolve,
Yeah,
we can expect to see like even more innovative applications emerge.
absolutely.
So let's bring it back to high level.
Okay.
How are businesses using conversation AI within the platform?
Well, one of the most common use cases is automating customer support.
Okay.
Businesses are using chatbots to, handle those frequently asked questions,
Right.
resolve simple issues, even qualify leads
Okay.
before passing them on to a human agent.
So it's freeing up human agents to focus on like more complex
Yeah,
or
yeah.
sensitive tasks,
Right.
while also providing customers with like a more convenient and efficient way to get the information they need.
Right. I mean, the chatbot's available 24/7, so customers don't have to wait for business hours to
Yeah.
get help. And the chatbot can handle multiple conversations simultaneously, so
Yeah.
there's no waiting in a queue.
All right. What about marketing?
Okay.
How are businesses using conversation AI for marketing purposes within high level?
Well, one of the most exciting applications is for lead generation.
Okay.
Chatbots can be used to engage website visitors, qualify leads,
Right.
even collect contact information. So instead of just having a static contact form on your website,
Yeah.
you can have an interactive chatbot that can have a conversation with potential customers and really guide them through the sales funnel.
And because the chatbot can like personalize that conversation based on the visitor's like behavior and preferences, it can be much more effective at converting leads
Yes,
than a traditional like contact form.
for sure.
Are there any other like marketing applications?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a bunch. Chatbots can also be used to provide product recommendations,
Oh.
promote special offers, and even upsell or cross-sell products or services.
So it's like having a virtual sales assistant
Yeah.
working 24/7 to engage customers
Yeah,
and drive revenue.
absolutely. And what's really cool about that is because the chatbot can collect data
Right.
on customer interactions, you can use that data to improve your marketing campaigns over time.
Oh, that's really smart.
It's like having this built-in feedback loop
Yeah.
that can help you to really refine your messaging and your strategies.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's an exciting time to be in marketing.
it really is.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about how conversation AI works,
Okay.
how it's being used in various industries,
Uh-huh.
and how businesses are leveraging it within high level.
Yep.
What are like some key takeaways for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that conversation AI is no longer this futuristic concept. It's here. It's real, and it's transforming the way businesses interact with their customers. It's not about replacing human interaction.
Yeah.
It's about enhancing it and
Yeah.
making it more efficient and more effective.
Okay. And for businesses that are using high level,
Yeah,
conversation AI is a powerful tool
it is.
that can be used to automate tasks, improve customer service,
Uh-huh.
generate leads, and drive sales. It's a technology that's really worth exploring and experimenting with.
Absolutely.
So, with that in mind, let's move on to the last AI tool in our high-level deep dive, Workflow AI.
Okay.
And this one is a bit more advanced, but it has the potential to automate some truly complex tasks and processes.
This is where it gets really fun.
All right, so paint me a picture. How does Workflow AI work
Okay.
in practice? Give me a real-world example.
Let's say you're running an e-commerce business.
Okay.
And you want to automate that process of fulfilling orders. Traditionally, that would involve a whole bunch of manual steps.
Right.
Checking inventory, generating shipping labels, sending tracking information to customers, updating your accounting software.
And that can be really time-consuming.
It's very time-consuming.
Especially if you're dealing with a high volume of orders.
Exactly. Yeah. But with Workflow AI, you can automate that whole process. So you create a workflow that triggers when an order is placed. And then the AI can take care of all those subsequent steps.
Oh, wow.
From checking inventory to sending those shipping confirmations.
So you're essentially like freeing up your time and energy to focus on other aspects of your business.
Right. And it's not just about saving time, it's also about reducing errors, improving efficiency.
Yeah.
Because the AI is handling that process, there's less room for human error.
Are there any other examples of like how businesses are using Workflow AI?
Oh yeah, tons. It's being used for everything from lead nurturing to content creation to social media management.
Okay.
So for example, a real estate agent could create a workflow that automatically sends personalized property recommendations to potential buyers based on their search criteria.
Got it.
A marketing agency could create a workflow that generates social media posts, schedules them, and tracks their performance.
Right.
And a financial advisor could create a workflow that analyzes client portfolios and sends out those personalized investment recommendations. I mean, it's really amazing to see how versatile Workflow AI is.
It really is. And the best part is it's becoming more accessible.
It is.
All the time.
Yeah.
High levels integration with ChatGPT makes it easier than ever to create and deploy those AI-powered workflows.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we've established that Workflow AI is powerful and versatile, but it also sounds like it might require a little bit more technical expertise.
It does. You're right. It's not quite as plug and play. Right.
As something like Content AI or Reviews AI.
Right.
You do need to have a basic understanding of how workflows work.
Yeah.
And how to, structure those prompts effectively. So yeah, it's probably not the best tool for somebody who's just starting out with AI.
Got it.
But if you're comfortable with the basics of workflows and you're really looking to automate those more complex tasks, then Workflow AI is definitely worth exploring.
And there are resources available.
There are, yes.
To help people kind of get started.
Absolutely. High Level offers great documentation, tutorials, and they even have a community forum. Where you can connect with other users and get help.
So to recap, Workflow AI is a powerful tool that can automate like complex tasks and processes.
Yeah.
But it does require a little bit more technical expertise.
Right.
But if you're willing to put in the time to learn, it can be a real game changer.
It can be.
For your business. Couldn't have said it better myself. And with that, I think we've covered the basics of all the amazing AI tools that High Level has to offer.
That's right. We've explored Content AI, we've explored Reviews AI, we've talked about Conversation AI, and we've talked about Workflow AI. And we've seen how these tools can be used to streamline operations, improve customer experiences, and drive business growth.
It's been a fascinating journey.
It has.
And I'm really excited to see how businesses continue to leverage these tools in innovative ways.
Me too. But before we wrap up, I think it's important to kind of address one final point.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the benefits of AI, but we've also kind of touched upon some of the potential downsides or challenges that businesses need to be aware of.
You're absolutely right. It's easy to get, kind of caught up in all the hype and the excitement
Yeah.
surrounding AI, but it's
Yeah.
really important to approach this technology with a balanced perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as you explore the world of AI,
Yeah.
remember to keep the human element in mind.
Uh-huh.
Use this technology to empower yourself, your business, and your community.
Well said. That's a great place to leave it for now. We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring the world of AI in high level and discussing its potential benefits and challenges.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground today, but there's still one burning question I have.
Right.
High Level offers all these amazing AI tools,
Right.
but how do we know our data is protected
Okay.
when using these AI-powered features?
That's an excellent question, and it's one that every business should be asking before they implement any AI solution.
So let's talk about what are some of the key considerations
Right.
when it comes to AI
Okay.
and data security.
Well, first and foremost, it's important to understand how your data is being used.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when you use an AI-powered tool, you're typically providing it with data,
Right.
whether it's customer information,
Yeah.
financial data, or even just your own browsing history.
And that data can be very valuable.
It is.
So it's important to make sure it's being handled responsibly.
Exactly. So before you use any AI tool, it's crucial to read the privacy policy carefully
Yep.
and make sure you understand how your data will be collected, stored, and used.
Okay, so that's step one. Understand how your data is being used. What else should businesses be thinking about?
Well, another key consideration is data security.
Okay.
You want to make sure that your data is protected from unauthorized access, use, or disclosure.
So what kind of security measures should businesses be looking for?
Well, some important things to consider include encryption,
Okay.
access controls,
Uh-huh.
and data backups.
Can you explain those a little bit further?
Sure. So encryption is the process of converting data into a code
Okay.
that can only be deciphered with a special key.
Got it.
This helps to protect your data from being intercepted or read by unauthorized parties.
Mm-hmm.
Access controls are measures that limit who can access your data.
Okay.
So, for example, you might restrict access to certain employees or departments.
Makes sense.
And data backups are essentially copies of your data
Right.
that are stored in a separate location.
Okay.
This helps to protect your data in the event of a disaster,
Right.
like a fire
Yeah.
or a cyber attack.
Those are all really important considerations. It's clear that data security is a crucial aspect of AI adoption.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And it's something that businesses need to take very seriously.
Okay, so we've talked about understanding how your data is being used
Right.
and ensuring data security.
Yep.
Are there any other considerations?
Yeah, there are. Another key consideration is transparency.
Yeah.
You want to be able to understand how the AI is making decisions and what data it's using to do so.
Right.
It's not just about trusting the AI blindly.
Right.
It's about having some level of visibility into its processes.
That makes sense. Especially in
Yeah.
areas like healthcare or finance where the stakes are really high.
Absolutely.
You'd want to know why the AI is making certain recommendations.
Exactly. And this is where the concept of explainable AI comes in.
Okay.
Explainable AI, or XAI, is a field of research that focuses on developing AI systems that can actually provide clear, understandable explanations
Okay.
for their decisions.
So it's not just like a black box spitting out answers.
Right.
You can actually see the reasoning behind the AI's recommendations.
Absolutely.
That can be really helpful for building trust and confidence in the system.
It is. When users understand how the AI is making decisions, they're more likely to trust those recommendations.
Okay. So what can businesses actually do
Right.
to ensure transparency and explainability
Okay.
in their AI systems?
Well, one important step is to choose AI providers that prioritize transparency.
Okay.
So look for providers that offer clear explanations of how their AI works
Right.
and what data it uses. Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
And demand that transparency.
Right.
If a provider can't or won't explain how their AI works, that's a red flag.
Good advice. So we've talked about understanding how your data is being used, ensuring data security, and
Yes.
demanding transparency. Are there any other privacy and security considerations that businesses should be aware of?
Yes. One final point I'd like to make is the importance of staying up to date on the latest privacy and security regulations.
Okay.
This landscape is constantly evolving,
Right.
and new laws and regulations are being introduced all the time.
So it's not a set it and forget it situation when it comes to AI and data privacy.
Absolutely not.
Businesses need to be proactive
Yeah.
and stay informed about the latest developments.
It's an ongoing process of learning, adapting, and implementing best practices.
Great advice.
Yeah.
So to sum it up, when it comes to AI, privacy, and security,
Yeah.
businesses really need to be vigilant, informed, and proactive. Well said. And with that, I think we can finally wrap up our deep dive into the world of AI in high level.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground
We have.
from, demystifying AI to exploring high level's powerful AI toolbox
Right. Good.
to discussing the importance of privacy and security.
It's been a fascinating journey.
It has.
Okay, so we've covered the tools, we've covered the possibilities,
Yep.
and even the importance of data privacy and security.
Uh-huh.
But let's bring it back down to earth for a moment.
Okay.
You, our listener, you're in high level,
Right.
maybe feeling a little overwhelmed
Yeah.
by all these AI options.
Yeah.
Where do you even start?
That's a great question, and it's one that I get asked all the time. It's easy to feel like you need to jump in and use all the AI tools at once,
Right.
but that's really not the case. The key is to start small
Okay.
and focus on one specific area where AI can make a real difference
Okay.
in your business.
So pick a problem to solve, not just a shiny new tool to play with.
Exactly. What's that one thing that's taking up too much of your time or causing you the most headaches? Maybe it's writing social media posts. Maybe it's responding to customer reviews. Maybe it's qualifying leads. Identify that pain point and then choose the AI tool that's best suited to address it.
So if you're drowning in customer reviews,
Yep.
reviews AI could be your lifesaver.
Right.
If you're constantly struggling to come up with fresh content ideas.
Yeah.
Content AI could be your new best friend.
Exactly.
And if you're spending hours every day answering the same basic questions from customers,
Yeah.
conversation AI might be the perfect solution.
Absolutely. And once you've identified the problem and the tool, the next step is to experiment.
Okay.
Our source had a great tip about that, too. They said to think of AI as a tool that needs to be trained.
Right.
So don't be afraid to, play around with the different settings and options.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Try different prompts and see what works best for you.
Okay.
AI is all about learning and iterating.
Right.
The more you experiment,
Yeah.
the better you'll understand how the AI works and how to get the most out of it.
And remember, you don't have to go it alone. High Level has, a ton of resources available
They do.
to help you along the way.
That's right. Their documentation, tutorials, and community forum are great places to find answers
Yeah.
and connect with other users who are already leveraging AI in their businesses.
Okay. So to recap, if you're feeling a little lost in the world of AI and High Level, start by pinpointing that one nagging issue in your business.
Yeah.
Then see which of these AI tools aligns best with solving it.
Right.
Don't be afraid to experiment, tweak those settings,
Yeah.
and really get a feel for how the AI responds.
Exactly.
And if you hit a roadblock, High Level support is just a click away.
That's right. Their support system is top-notch.
Right.
And honestly, you don't need to be a tech whiz.
To use these tools, High Level has designed them to be incredibly user-friendly, even for those who are new to AI.
It's really amazing how accessible
It is.
they've made this really powerful technology.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I think it's time for a little challenge
Right.
for our listener.
Okay, I'm ready.
This week, I challenge you to pick just one area of your business
Okay.
where you can try out one of High Level's AI tools.
Right.
Think about it. What's one task you could automate?
Yeah.
One process you could make smoother?
Uh-huh.
One piece of content you could create with a little AI help?
It's a great challenge because it's such a small step,
Yeah.
but it has the potential to make a real difference.
Exactly. It's all about starting somewhere
Right.
and seeing the impact firsthand.
Absolutely.
So spend some time this week exploring those AI tools inside High Level. Think about how they can address your specific needs and goals.
Yeah.
And most importantly, have fun with it.
Absolutely. AI can be a lot of fun to experiment with. And who knows, you might discover a new favorite tool that completely changes the way you work.
All right. That's a wrap on our AI deep dive. We hope you've enjoyed exploring the world of High Level's AI tools with us. We're excited to see how you use this game-changing technology to take your businesses to new heights.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.